Hi there, I'm Andrea Bartua. I'm the Client Services Associate for the Waterstone Culture Institute, and welcome to another Culture Q&A with one of our Culturepreneur coaches, Charlotte Verbiest. At the Waterstone Culture Institute, we have a network of certified Culturepreneur coaches who work with our clients to build and sustain high-performance cultures. Waterstone coaches like Charlotte are integral to our ability to bring value and make a difference to our clients. I'm very happy to introduce you to Charlotte Verbiest. She has been working with the Waterstone Culture Institute for a year now, and as an experienced speaker, coach, and consultant, brings a lot of expertise in how to combine strategic thinking and creativity. So how would you describe the Waterstone Culture Operating System?
So I would say, first of all, what I love of the system, about the system, is that it's based on research, like research the years of the Canada's most admired. So, like the world changes, culture changed, even, with the recent years of like the pandemic and the new generations reaching the workplace environment. So the COS, like to me, it really takes into account, it really evolves because it's based on what are the best cultures, in Canada. So to me, this is important to mention. And then also it's a really thorough process. It's really complete. Like it starts off with the analysis, then you go like in the brainstorming phases, then there is the planning phases, the testing phases. So it's really like it goes from defining the overall secret recipe of cultures into really setting goals. Like I was a consultant before, so the fact of like setting goals and trying to define like what are the results that we want to achieve, like to me, I think this is super valuable. And I would say the final part is that it's really inclusive. So it's not only executives, it's not only VPs, it's people from all levels. And it's super interesting, super rewarding to go into brainstorm sessions and have like VPs brainstorm, like with just like all kinds of levels of employees. And I feel that people they really appreciate this as well, right? Because the culture has to be driven up. Like it has to be defined, let's say, by different levels, but it really, like we really want all employees, like every employee to go into work, know what the culture is, know what they should inspire, and, like drive the performance of the organization.
So why do you think organizations should work with a coach when it comes to cultural transformation or even revisiting their purpose and values?
So I would say, to me, let's say the recent pandemic situation had like a huge impact on the relationship of employers and their employees. Like to me, like if we look at the past years, like there was like the working environment changed drastically, and then now it's behind us, so things are changing again. So I feel that there's a huge opportunity like right now to like take a step back and to really like analyze what would an ideal culture be in a year from now, in 2 years from now, instead of just like wanting to go back to how things were before. It's almost like, like burying your head in the sand because things have changed. So I feel that if you take now a couple of months to really identify, like, like what is the culture? Like, how do we want the culture to drive the performance? How do we want employees to feel? What is important to us? And do this right now instead of trying to push things in a specific way that just doesn't work like it used to work before.
What advice do you have for leaders who are thinking about culture transformation or who are getting ready to revisit their vision and values?
Just do it. Well, actually, as I mentioned before, like culture has a huge impact on performance. So right now, I feel companies, they feel like really in a hurry to change things again because the pandemic seems to be kind of behind us. So they're like jumping into making big decisions company-wide. So I would say that really take this time, like even a couple of weeks, a couple of months, to like take a step back and really analyze the situation before they make changes that then don't reflect anymore the reality. As I mentioned before, with like wanting to go back to how things were before, but that's probably not the best way on how to deal with today's situation. So yeah, so just taking a step back, analyzing things, maybe working with a coach, maybe embarking in the full process. Like, I really feel that in the short, long, and medium term, like this will make a huge impact for a lot of companies.